Well, this is the day the Lord's made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, y'all come on in the room, everybody. It's time for our focus show. Yes. Of course, I'm getting myself back set up and recalibrated here. We had to use somebody else's studio on because we were uh, really on Monday night because our internet here in the house has been acting really crazy. So listen, y'all come on in the room. On yesterday, I had to re-air. I had to go to another place to produce. Pastor Apostle Andre allowed us to use his place, and then I had the power talk. But hey, we're back on the air now. Today is lunchtime live. I said that looks straight. Doesn't look clear. Yeah, lunchtime live. So I'm going to be conscious of that because I want all of everybody to join. Dr. Hey, how y'all like my merch? How you like my merch, my MaxLife shirt? You see, I got them in many colors, and people have asked about them. I'll be giving you more information on that. Hello, Joyce. Hello. Everybody. I'm missing everybody. Joyce and Cheryl. Y'all come on in the room, everybody. Where are our numbers at? Well, our numbers are kind of low today because, when I'm not off, when I'm not on, then that, many times people just kind of, well, he's not going to be live. I don't want to see it. Well, come on now. We're live today, and I want you on. Amen. We're going to be doing something a little different today. I've got to do some catch-up work. We do, March is the time when everybody, not everybody, but a lot of the churches are really encouraged to sign up their members, their teams for the upcoming summer camps. Also, we're doing something real special with our MaxLife Nation family, all partners, and my AIM family with Compassion International, and giving people the opportunity to make an impact in a life, an individual life. That's very, very rare. I'll be talking about that today. But it all spins off of the passage in Psalms 116. Psalms 116, I love it. Verse 12, what shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits toward me? Which says, we owe God. We owe God. And I know many times we think about it. Yes, I'm so thankful to the Lord. But the psalmist here says, I owe God something. I owe God something. Then he goes on to talk about it. He says, I will take the cup of salvation. Wow. I'll call on the name of the Lord. I'll pay my vows unto the Lord in the presence of all the people. Now that is so powerful. What shall I render to God for his blessings toward me? A lot of people talk against prosperity, and it's all because they don't really understand the reason for kingdom prosperity. The reason for kingdom prosperity is so that you can be a blessing to others. And you have to start right where you are so that you can be a blessing to others. Remember, and we quote it all the time, Abraham was blessed to be a blessing. Now, even in Corinthians chapter 9, where it says, and God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you always having all sufficiency in all things may abound to every good work. So God wants you to be blessed so that you can be a blessing, but you have to start right where you are. There's so many things that I encourage people to do. I encourage the pastors to get involved with on yesterday. And that is, let's be a blessing. Now, how are we going to do that? First, let's be a blessing and leave a legacy imprint. Now, what is that? That means let's do something now that's going to bless an upcoming generation. One of those things is Love City. Love City is an amazing thing. Amazing. Love City. Hey, y'all see my hand? My hand is almost back to total normal. I still have a little swelling here in my hand. And so I don't have my ring on yet, but I think I could put it on. But listen, I'm able, I got my getting most, I guess I'm about 95%, 95, 96, 90, 7% back with my my mobility in my hand. What's wrong with his hand? I broke my hand. I broke some bones in my hand on the 12th. What was that? 12th of, what was that? January? February. Maybe February 12th. I got 12th. Yeah, I broke that. I fell. And, and so listen, coming back, put in the cast. Cast is off. I'm doing my exercise. Hey, all is well. Now, so it says that we have to be a blessing. We got to be conscious of that. And I think people lose that because, initially, and when I'm in the little raggedy building and God begins to talk to me about prosperity. Now, I'm just transparent. My needs had needs. And I really wasn't thinking about being a blessing to others. Huh? No, I'm just going to be transparent. I had to listen, I'm behind on everything. All my bills are behind. My needs got needs. And I got to tell you, at that moment, I had no surplus. Wow. But here's what I did. I put God first. What do you mean? I gave him the tithe and I gave him an offering. Now, I did that to trigger the principle of increase. I knew that was an outpouring of increase that comes when you're giving. And I'm going to live the kingdom way. So that's what I did. Now, when, I'm starting being blessed. I got abundance. Now, what's imposed on me by the Spirit of God is, okay, now it's time for you to be a blessing. Oh my God, really? Time for me to be a blessing. So, I had it. So now I'm ready to give. I'm ready to be a giver. But God wanted to elevate my giving from just what I purposed in my heart to what he purposed for me. And so that is when, things really took off. So by this time I'm in the little red brick building on Jensen Road. And that's just when God began. Now God has begun to talk to me about, not being selfish, because at this point, Pastor Holmes, I'm, my needs are met. I'm, comparable to people comparable to people around me, my peers, and I'm ready to coast. And God says, no, I got much more for you, son. And then he said this: I did not bless you for your benefit alone. I did not teach you faith for your benefit alone, but so that you could expand the kingdom. That's what God told me. And so had I stopped there, I would have missed, put the collage up there. I would have missed all of this. I would have missed all of the things that God wanted me to do had I become selfish. That's what I'll talk to you about today. Not being selfish. Let's open our hearts. In the next coming days, I'm going to ask you to believe God to give like never before for our legacy. Now, first thing is Love City, USA. I want them to play that spot, and I'm going to come back after that. Play the spot for Love City, and I'll be right back after this. Y'all stay with me today. It costs less than a pair of sneakers, less than a concert ticket, less than designer items. And for some, it was a sacrifice. And the question was asked, was it worth it? Now, when you see what a Christian summer camp experience does for a teen, you know that it was worth it. Now, many the teens leave having an encounter with God that's going to last them a lifetime. Then some leave having decided not to be rebellious anymore. And still others say that now they know how to say no to drugs and vaping. And then you know it was worth it. Listen, I'm Apostle Hilliard, and by the grace of God, my partners and my team and I have developed an awesome summer Christian camp for teens in the shadows of downtown Houston called Love City, USA. And it's transforming the lives of teens in amazing ways. Listen, it's a place of fun. It's a place of fellowship. It's a place of faith with first-class air-conditioned dormitories, cafeteria, state-of-the-art worship facilities, and much, much more. Now, our theme this year is chosen. We want every teen to understand that they have a God-given purpose and they are chosen by God to make a positive difference in life. Now, it's time to reserve the spot for your teen group for the June and July summer camp sessions at Love City here in Houston. Now, listen, we have slashed the price for the 4-day summer camp from $299 to $199 per camper, making it possible for more teens to attend. And that covers everything. It covers their lodging. It covers their food. It covers all of the fun. Listen, we don't want to leave any teen behind. Now, teen groups come from across America to this summer camp to experience this amazing teen-sensitive spiritual encounter. And we'd love to host your teen group. Now, for more information, text LCUSA 24 to 54244 or go to lovecityusa.com. Treat your teen, the teens that you care about, to an experience that will last them a lifetime. Go Love City. Yes. Now, when I looked at the passage there in Psalms 116 there, he says, I'm going to take the cup of salvation. What Love City allows us to do that. It allows us to take the message of salvation, of course, to this younger generation. But more than just those who are unsaved, it really is a support for those who come. And what we saw last year was a whole lot of people, a lot of Christians, a lot of teens who came were already in church because they came with a church group. But it just inspired them so to see other teens praising God from all other parts of the country. Yes. And it was just an amazing thing. And it was so moving that at one time at lunch, when they really, people were eating, praise broke out at lunch. This was, with teens, things are authentic. They don't play. They broke out with praise in the lunchroom. Totally amazing. And so, hey, bro, Philip, how you doing, man? Yes. And so what I want us to begin to do, I will be asking you, we got several things we have to get done this summer. We have to get done this summer. There's some upgrades we have to make. The building is an old building, but that's okay. We'll have to make those upgrades. Secondly, we're going to have to buy some more go-karts. Those kids were real hard on the go-karts. Yeah, now, Pastor Reagan that in Vegas says we are still feeling the impact of Love City. Pastor Tina, I'm going to probably have some of you pastors come together with me, probably on Zoom, so we can just talk about it because it is so impactful. And Pastor Lisa's daughter was one of our speakers last year, and she did an amazing job. The pure hearts of those kids are amazing. This year, our theme is chosen because we want every kid to know that they're chosen to do something special in the earth, that they're not here by accident. What? Yeah, not here by accident, but God has a purpose for their lives. So that's one of the projects that we have that we're launching here in this month. The other project that we're launching now, he says, I'll take the cup of salvation. I'll call on the name of the Lord. That's that prayer life. I like to say it this way. We demonstrate our gratitude to God, number one, by our sharing. We want to share Jesus with others. Not just with the lost, but we want to share through discipleship. And that's what one of the components of Love City. Or you see them having fun, but the worship experience is amazing. Secondly, he says, I'll call on his name. I'll demonstrate my gratitude through my supplications, how I'm going to pray and intercede for others. And then finally he says, I'll pay my vows. Now, what that means, he says, now, I'm going to demonstrate my gratitude, not just by my sharing, not just by my supplications, but also by my sowing. And that's what I'm going to need everybody to do. I'm going to need everybody to sow at a sacrificial level. You follow me? And at all levels. That's what we're going to be willing to do. You're going to be amazed at what God will put in your hand when you put it in your heart. All right? Now, the next one is our compassion. Compassion is great. Our compassion project is great. And on Palm Sunday will be Compassion Sunday for all of our AIM churches, all of our friends and partners around the country. What? Well, you say, well, my church is not doing that. That's okay. You'll have the opportunity to do that. What I want to do first, because what is compassion? I want Eric now. Eric, would you please play my first compassion spot? And that is the least of these. He's going to play that, and I'll come right back after this.
In the Philippines, it's so smelly, very dark water. You can see trash, rats, all of the crimes.
The friends that I played with in the neighborhood got captured and was being trained to become child soldiers.
In a given week, we'll go at least for 3 days without food.
We would beg our parents just to buy one apple, but even the rotten ones we could not afford to buy. I just want to taste it. I just want to eat that fruit.
In a period of 18 months, I lost my small brother Patrick, my mom, and I lost my stepdad because of the terrifying disease of HIV/AIDS.
When my mother died, I was lost. I was looking for hope, for God to just show me that everything was going to be okay. Not knowing what tomorrow will look like, not knowing whether I would have a home, whether we would live to see the next day.
I don't know why Aaron Mitchell decided to sponsor me, but when he did, my whole life changed.
A group of people from Compassion showed up at my church.
They said, you're going to go to school, and then somebody's going to write to you.
I don't have to worry about whether my parents would have enough money to keep me going to school.
Even if I get sick, someone was there to take care of me.
I felt safe. I felt wanted.
My sponsor is Edwin Bunny,
Maria and Hanshru,
Aaron Mitchell.
5 women from a Lutheran church that was sponsoring me.
I am now a physical therapist and I'm working in a hospital.
clinical social worker.
I was the first child in my family to go to high school, to go to college.
I have a bachelor and a master in biomedical engineering, second master in engineering management, and a guy called me into ministry, so I had to go and get a third master.
I have a ministry called Youth Arise Africa that works with boys who don't have father figures.
We opened a small school. It's now providing the same opportunity that Compassion provided to me, so that they too can break out of the cycle of poverty. Whatever you do for the least of these, you do for me.
You do for me.
You did for me.
You did it for me. Sponsor a child today to break the cycle of poverty in a child's life, like my sponsor did for me.
All right. Wow. That's powerful. And that's what Compassion, our partnership with Compassion is about. And that is about stirring the hearts of people who will say, I'll do something. And it's only a cost of like $43 a month, right? $43 a month. And you can you can change the life of a kid and the life of their family. And so you do that directly. It doesn't come to us. It goes directly to Compassion International, a proven ministry. Now, they partner with us for Love City. But this is much more, the Lord let me know, than just what they will do for Love City, but it's what you're going to be able to do for a child and how it's going to impact your life. I want you to see this. This is it. You might need to get your Kleenex for this one because, over the period of time when this is done, That child's life changed, and they will never forget it. And I thought I would pull this little clip. It's not that long. I want to pull this little clip to show you what happens when one of these children who's grown up meets the person who sponsored them. Now, we know one day we're going to meet them all in heaven, but it is a wonderful thing when you see them here and now. Play that next spot on Nora, because I just, like I said, you might need to get the Kleenex ready on this one. All right, play that one.
My name is Nora Birangi. I'm from Uganda.
We are Jeff and Bonnie Mowry. Nora was 10, I was 20 years old, and we sponsored her all the way completely through her program.
They used to write to me letters like almost every month. They always told me that they loved me, I was so special, and I was gonna make it. 3 things never missed their letters.
We did something so little. We felt like it was just so little. Jeff and I started realizing is we're looking at the small portion that we did and not looking at the magnification that God did. And that is through all of the compassion team. When we were told we had the chance to meet Nora, I was almost speechless. And it was just like, how could we not? Of course we want to meet her.
I would like to say thank you so much to my sponsor, Jeff and Bonnie Mowry. I hope I see you one day. I love you so much, wherever you are.
How about today?
No.
Yes.
Is this you?
Yes. We're a little older than our photo, but yes. Hello.
Thank you so much. Thank you for what you did for me.
Oh.
Thank you for loving me.
Wow. That's amazing. So we are going to have Compassion Sunday, where pastors will be asking their members to personally get involved in the lives of some children around the world. Now, because we are so far removed from that abject poverty, we lose sight on it. I see some of the people when we had the sponsor-thon, Cheryl and Joyce and others are saying they're still sponsoring their kids. You get a chance to write to them. It's more than you're just sending money. It's about changing the life. So this is some things that we're doing now. I'll be pushing these, and then on Compassion Sunday, which is Palm Sunday, on Palm Sunday, then we're looking to just sponsor kids. All have churches sponsor, not churches, the members of churches. And that's what I'm getting across to pastors. Give your member an opportunity to experience something that they've never experienced before. It's not going to hurt your church. I'm asking all of our partners. I'll be asking the MaxLife Nation. I'm asking you, everybody who sees this, to get involved. Get involved with our children here in America for the Love City Camp. We'll have opportunities for you to do something. And then get involved with sponsoring a child. Yeah, it would be a great thing to do, especially if you have children, so that they can have an understanding of what missions is about and what helping others is about. And many parents are helping their children write the letter to the children of their sponsor. Lady B and I think we sponsored 3 to 4 kids or something like that. We're already in doing it. I wouldn't ask you to do something I'm not doing myself. But what shall I render? I owe God. I owe God. And as Martha says, she's a sponsor. Yeah, we have a lot of already have sponsored. But this is our major thrust. Our major thrust. And we want it to be impactful. We want it to be impactful. Pretty soon you'll be able to go to our website and you'll be able to pull up the Compassion Project. Okay. Oh, Lord, I'm saying, Bridget said we sponsored 12 children. Thank you, baby. I thought it was 3 or 4. She said we sponsored 12 children. That's it. That's amazing. I need you to do one. I need you to do at least one. If you haven't done one, it's only $43. I don't know what we can buy with $43, but whatever it is, I'm telling you, I need you to do one. Hey, listen, I'm going to wrap it up today with that. I just wanted you to hear my heart on these two major projects that we pushed this month. And now I'm going to have the spot for the Hidden Light. And as I told you, all the profits from Hidden Light goes for the support of, okay, I see Philip said he sponsored 10 kids and don't miss the money. Thank you, Brother Philip. Yes. So we got to make this happen. I need your prayers. I need your prayers. I need your support. Let's make it happen big time. We're going to change the lives of people. And as a result, the John 15:16 principle is going to rebound into our lives. He says, if you go and you bear fruit and your fruit remain, you'll be able to ask the Father what you will, and he'll do it for you in Jesus' name. Now, I'm going to cut it short today because I want them to play the spot for the Hidden Light. And they're going to close out with that. So you stay focused, you stay in faith, and we're going to watch God work. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? He's the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and failed. Stay focused, stay in faith. Let's watch God work. I'm out. How thrilled I am about my new matrix, The Hidden Light, about documented proof of Black people in the plan of God. It's not just a random identification of people of color throughout the Bible, but it's the exposure of the conspiracy of the keeping of this knowledge from society and people of color to assault the self-esteem of Black people for generations. It takes my breath away knowing that the Holy Spirit gifted me to pen these powerful freedom insights, showing God's strategic use of people of color in his redemptive plan for the ages. Get the Hidden Light Matrix and experience the refreshing freedom that it brings. Text, there it is, BKIHBH to 54244 and secure your copy while supply lasts. You will never read the Bible the same way again. It's time this Hidden Light be hidden no more. Proceeds support the Houston Love City USA Teen Camp, Teen Summer Camp. Get your copyright. Showcase of all showcases. The March MaxLife Nation showcases a 2-day event back-to-back with the Apostle of Faith, Apostle I.V. Hilliard, focusing on faith for multiple income streams. Do you need more money? Are you ready to know how to monetize the hobbies, skills, and talents you have? March 26th and 27th at 7 p.m. Central each night, the showcase will stimulate your faith, stir up your creativity, and more. And registration is critical for the full experience. Apostle Hilliard and his iconic guests are none other than millionaire entrepreneur David Emanite and others. It's the back-to-back showcases you won't want to miss. Registration is free, so do it now. For the merch giveaways, masterclass lessons, worksheets, and more, text MNMAS to 54244. If you want to stay in a financial rut, just ignore this invitation, and we apologize for taking up your time. But if you are like so many who want better but just need the coaching push, you will register today. The Hilliards have coached so many in successful living, and they are ready to help you. Don't do what poor people do. They procrastinate and wait. Register now. Text MNMAS to 54244.